Happy Saturday, my friends. Welcome to day 55 of betting $100 a day, every day for a year. Profitable day yesterday. The trend continues. 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. 2 and 2 for a profit of $16.68. That brings us back to a year-to-date record of 98 wins, 113 losses, 1 push, for a loss of $76.36. So once again, we have a chance with a undefeated record tonight, with a sweep tonight, we would get back to the positive. It's a chance that we've had several times, and every time we have a chance, we take a step backward. So let's see if we can have a winning night tonight for bets. But I'm going to go big on one specific bet. So let's get into them. $40 I'm going to put on Arkansas plus 11, minus 110 against Florida. I love this play tonight. I think now is the time to sell your stock a little bit in Florida. I know they have a 2-game lead in the SEC, but I actually don't think the Gators, the defending champs, are as good as their record is. Shooting 84th in effective field goal percentage, not as elite as some of these other teams that are leading some power conferences. Arkansas, far better shooting team. They're 17th in effective field goal percentage compared to Florida at 84th. And also, keep an eye on turnovers having an impact on tonight's game. No team turns the ball over at a lower rate than Arkansas. They turn the ball over on just 12% of their possessions. Meanwhile, Florida turns it over on 16.1% of their possessions. That's 158th in the country. So with those two factors in mind, I'm going to take the 11 points with the Razorbacks. $40 on that. Then I have $20 on my other 3 plays. So let's move on to play number 2. $20 on Tennessee, minus 4.5, minus 110 against Alabama. Alabama has struggled this season whenever they have to face a team that defends the perimeter well, and that's exactly what Tennessee does. 22nd in opponent 3-point field goal percentage, keeping teams just shooting 30.2% from beyond the arc. And that shows. These two teams have already played once this season, and Tennessee beat them. And in that game, they kept Alabama to shooting just 23% from 3-point range. So if they can do that again tonight, especially with them on their home court, I think Tennessee will win and cover. I'll take Tennessee minus 4.5. Let's switch over to hockey. I'm going to fade my Toronto Maple Leafs. Is this a little bit of an emo hedge? Yes. But I got to bring out all the tools I have in my toolbox for the late Leafs to have any hope of making the playoffs. $20 on Senators, minus 128 in Toronto. The Senators, to be fair, first in expected goal percentage over their past 25 games, and the Leafs are a disaster. I don't know if you watched their 2 games in Florida after the Olympic break, but not good. Tripping over the blue line, just zero effort. Berube has no idea what he's doing. They're benching Easton Cowan. It's a disaster for the Maple Leafs. So I'm going to take the Senators as favorites, which is not something I thought I would have said any time over the past 10 years, but that just goes to show the state of the franchise. And then I'm going to bet a little UFC bet. We have a UFC Fight Night card in Mexico tonight. And I'm going to put $20 on, I believe this is the prelim, the final fight of the prelim card. Ryan Gandra against Jose Daniela Medina. I'm going to bet on that fight to go the distance. $20 on that at plus 270. I have a little theory for this fight. Actually, if you look at this entire card, every single fight is a flyweight fight, a bantamweight fight. I think there might be a couple lightweight fights. And then there's this one, which is the only one above lightweight on the card. It's a middleweight fight. Why do you think that is? I think it's because it's in Mexico City, and if you know anything about Mexico City, or if you've watched UFC fights that have taken place in Mexico City in the past, it's high elevation, which means fighters get tired easily. So that leads to boring fights that go the distance. So maybe the UFC's strategy to combat that is to make it mostly lightweight fights, because obviously the lighter weights, they're smaller guys, they have more cardio, don't have as much muscle. So they're staying away from the heavyweights, the light heavyweights. But there is one middleweight fight. So with these two guys being bigger guys, 185, maybe that will lead to these guys getting tired, a little bit slower than what we initially thought, not as much finishing power late in the fight, and at plus 270, I think that's worth a bet on it to go the distance. So maybe that's tinfoil hat theory, or maybe I found an edge with betting on fights taking place in Mexico City. I don't know. Only one way to find out, and that's to watch tonight's card. So there you go. Those are my 4 plays for today. Best of luck to all of your bets. Gamble or bless. I'll see you back here tomorrow.